Welcome, travelers of the internet, to my dream setup. This is a demo currently. The full game will be released on February 20th of 2023. If you're watching this beyond that date, do know that it is out, and you may enjoy playing it. What are we doing? We simply create a room, really. And you can rotate it a number of ways. And you can just sort of draw up the blueprint. You can make it really big or draw stuff. We're figuring it out. So we could have like another room here. Interesting. We can delete sections if we want. So let's expand this room a bit, shall we? Let's have room here. There we go. Room there. No. Let's get here. Okay. I don't know what all this squiggly is over here. It's a little fiddly, but you sort of click and drag. Click and drag, click and drag. Or do we want windows? Right here, sort of a middle section of the room. Another middle section of the room. That sounds nice and wonderful. I presume room should be rectangular in shape. Well, I do believe that is a rectangle. Do you not like this? Is this what you not like? Would this be more acceptable to you? Rectangular in shape. I am still not understanding what you are meaning. This is a rectangle, is it not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares. Do you not like that closet space, do you? Ah, okay. So, there's not much room for putting walls in your little setup room. We have color schemes we can already do. We can set a weather. Is that like afternoon? Is that like a soft snow out there? What do we want? Ooh, I like the rainy atmosphere. Night atmosphere. Let's put on the rainy night atmosphere. That's beautiful. That's something we definitely like. So what's next? Okay. What shall we build here? Several things still not out there yet. How does this look? Not quite that look. I think I'm a more plain guy. Let's go with a sort of darkish green. Like that. There we go. We swap out the door for something a bit darker. Okay. Suppose we can make this a bit darker. Just like that. There we go. And for the floor, what do we like? Honestly, I do like the wood look, but I would prefer it a bit darker. I change the. So I'm still changing. Look at that. Okay. This is what I want to change. Ooh, some miscellaneous things. Let's start with a desk or a table, I suppose, or both, table and desk. Rotate it 45 degrees at a time. That's cool. Okay. Almost got it placed. Want it. Nice there. Alrighty. Let's move on to a chair. Ooh. Got really one of those really uncomfortable gamer chairs, as they call them. It's pretty garbage. Doesn't come included with butt vibrators or anything like that. So I got one big monitor, kind of set back, and then I got a little monitor. It's a little monitor, I guess. Looks more like a tablet monitor. It's not quite what I got. Kind of over here. Nice little mat. Just change the door. Change this color. There we go. Oh no, it's pretty solid black, almost like the desk. Let's change the color of this wood here. Bit more brighter color if I could. There we go. Very tan in color. There we go. The rest can be the solid black. There we go. My computer, a little bit of an older model computer. Right down there in my foot space. Keyboard, almost missed that. Where did the mouse go? Did the mouse get deleted? Maybe. Keep my desk quite organized, though I do have some clutter. Got coffee mug. I usually keep my coffee on my right side. There. I got pens and stuff like that over there. I do have several little miniatures, D&D models and whatnot. I do enjoy me some playing with toys. So let's put some of them out there. Or let's get rid of that one for now. Let's put down one of these right here. Let's recolor that to like a green. Give it a little bit darker color. This is the operations table where I do all this stuff. And then we'll put the little toy car there, because that's like a ongoing project right now. We're working on little tavern items, barrels and a bar and what else? Tables, that sort of thing. So objects. That makes more sense to me, anyways. But there's other items that could be pretty cool to put on the desk too, once the full game is out there. Are you very athletic? Nah, we're not very athletic. I've been meaning to get myself a little fuzzy rug, like just under my desk. Something like that, maybe, because my feet get cold. And I do appreciate having something warm and fuzzy to tickle my toesies when I'm playing games or whatnot. Oops. What else? Guess I'm just making my room right now. I don't really have a bunk bed, but I have an arrangement similar to that. I essentially sleep on the bottom bunk, and I drape blankets over this to make like a pillow fort inside, and that's how I sleep. Don't question it too much, because it's just what I enjoy. So my bedding is a darker green, and the bedding above is also a bit of a green color. I really like green. Green's a nice color. I would say that upper green is a bit lighter than mine. But that's probably as close as I can get to that. The white needs to go. It's a bit more of a darker wood color. There we go. Nice. And this is the mattress. Mattress is fairly white. I don't know why the pillows changed colors with the wood. Oh well. There's still kinks to be worked out of this game. Anything else we shall mess around with? Do have some controllers, so I'll put that there. I like kind of having like my computer part of the desk and then my work area part of the desk where I actually do work. Let's get a lamp over here too. I remember to rotate, but always the wrong rotate. It looks like RGB lights here. Huh. I guess they could just change colors. Oh, maybe that's something that's still being worked on in beta. But my mouse and keyboard are both RGB. I don't like having too many flashing lights, but I do like the keyboard having the RGB because I do like having my room fairly dark, and seeing which keys you're pressing is super helpful. What's next? What's next? Let's get some little speakers. Little mic. Right over here. Headphones. Sort of tossed over here. Except my headphones This is going to surprise you, everyone. They're a dark green. Well, actually, they're kind of a bit more neon. Something around there. Wow, some really big speakers. Do have a little shelf hanging right here. Pretty simple shelf. Wow, it's a really big shelf. Maybe this would be a bit more fitting. Yeah. Slap that there. Let's change that. It's a bit of a brighter color. It is slightly red. It is of a cedar wood. And we'll say like something like that. We'll just put some books up there. I do have my Game of Thrones books. I've got me dwarves books. And I've got some other assorted whatnot. There's another mug up there. We got some Hank Zipser books from my childhood. Loved those when I was growing up. Anything else I might put up there? I like the music playing. It's very relaxing. The AC. Do have curtains. Sort of anyways. Quite difficult to place these curtains though. These curtains are not designed for easy use. Blinds maybe. Sometimes I like gazing outside. It can be quite nice. My windows are pretty simple white paint like that. So what's next? Suppose a couch. Kind of couch. There we go. That's a nice one. This more or less shows how I want my room. So a bit more like that. So put a nice little coffee table there. Let's change the color of this. Oh, bless me. Color would that be? It's a very grayish color. Very muted. I have thrown a blanket over it. Maybe with this. Just black. There we go. Nice little coffee table. And contrary to what you might initially believe, I have a TV. over here hanging on the wall. See if we can get something like that. Something kind of like that. There we go. And more ideal shelving, some sort. Sort of stuff that I want to get. Right now I have a coffee table up here and it's a bit clumsy. But when I want to play games on like PlayStation or something, I go to the TV. Sometimes I'm playing games with the boys, you know how it be. So I guess we need multiple controllers up there. There we go. What kind of clutter we got over here? Is this like an AC unit? If that's the case, keep that over there. Most times. Usually my AC unit's just a window unit, I just plop right in there. Now I do like to be somewhat active, though it has been a little bit since I've last done some yoga or something. But something like that. Will say about my yoga mat, it's pretty gray. Control V. Trying to duplicate colors. Oh, okay. I'll just delete this stuff. There we go. We just Control V this. There we go. There we go. It's relatively consistent color throughout. And then some shelving over here. This is normally a closet space, but it is rather cramped. Mostly because I just toss anything and everything in there. That's where my dresser is, and oh dear, a lot of things are in there. I don't really like the color of the white there. Let's darken it into a lighter brown color. Something like that. TV's border is black. Something like that. Yeah, just toss a little bit of all of this in there. Is this meant to be anywhere? Maybe not. my closet was as fancy as this. Don't really have a skateboard, but I do keep some lighter dumbbells down there. What else do we have in here? There are some more books in there. Some Brandon Sanderson, some Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. You know, all Tolkien's work, really. What else? Oh yeah, how could I forget all my D&D books that are down here. Oh goodness gracious. Just gonna fill that up. Holy crap. Do have a cube in there. Never really messed around with it. But others have, and you know, I was always like, oh, here, yeah, there's a Rubik's Cube for you. Play around with that. Just goes transparent. That's interesting. Do apologize for chainsaw noises you might hear there. We got a sawmill right outside all of a sudden. Everything's a fairly dark wood in there. This one's a bit of a lighter wood. Not a yellow though. Some more tan. Okay, I have my mug collection, of course. We just gotta... Okay, if you hold shift, you may not be able to see that. Saw this, but if you're holding shift while scrolling, it doesn't do 45 degrees. Looks like maybe 2 or 3 degree turns each, which is pretty cool. There needs to be more style of mugs in this game. Goodness. Mugs are somewhat haphazardly tossed around up there. Got some D&D toys down low-ish, as well as kind of high up-ish. Nice. What else? We have clothes in the closet, obviously. I keep my stuff fairly tidy, despite the clutter that is the entirety of. Okay. It's interesting. So you can't put clothes on shelves. Can't put it on floor either. You gotta have your room somewhat tidy. You can't be cleaning. You can't be having a dirty room. Interesting. Is there a better table surface for me to muddle with? Perhaps not. Do have a nice lamp right over here. It's got a black base. Its hood is a bit more yellowish. Interesting. Yeah, I like that. What else? Do have a little rug right there at the door. This one is white, but it is like a faded white. Like kind of grayish, I guess, or maybe brown would be better. Because it is the dirty mat in front of the door. And there we have it. I think we've got my dream setup. Fairly simple game. I don't know what any of that is. But it will be coming out February 20th. It was nice sitting here and building giving a little taste of what my room is like. I do enjoy relaxing from time to time. Sometimes we all need it a little bit, and I hope the soothing beats of this game and the sultry tones of my voice has given you some relaxation in your life. And maybe you can check out the demo yourself. It is free to play on Steam, and perhaps when the full game is released on the 20th, you can also enjoy it. It is nice finding that place where you can just go and relax. This is Master Barkle from Barkle Recording, signing off.